Jasmine fights Gino's new girlfriend 90-day, happily ever after. The tension was palpable as the camera panned across the dimly lit living room of Jasmine and Gino's modest Michigan home. The air was thick with unspoken words, unresolved issues, and the lingering scent of Jasmine's signature vanilla perfume. It was a scene that could only mean one thing. Drama was about to unfold on 90-day, happily ever after. And this time, it wasn't just about Jasmine and Gino's rocky relationship. It was about Gino's new girlfriend. Yes, you read that right. Gino, the man who once promised Jasmine the world, or at least a stable future, had somehow found himself entangled with another woman. And Jasmine, never one to back down from a fight, was ready to confront the situation head-on. The episode began with Jasmine sitting on the couch, her fiery eyes fixed on the door as she waited for Gino to return home. She had just discovered a series of cryptic texts on his phone, messages that hinted at a budding romance with someone named Megan. Jasmine's mind was racing. Who is this woman? How long had this been going on? And most importantly, why hadn't Gino told her? I trusted him, Jasmine said in her confessional, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and heartbreak. I gave up everything for him, my life in Panama, my independence, my pride. And this is how he repays me. Meanwhile, Gino was blissfully unaware of a storm brewing at home. He had just returned from a business trip, or so he claimed, and was whistling as he walked through the door. The moment he saw Jasmine's expression, however, he knew something was wrong. What's going on? Gino asked cautiously, setting his bags down by the door. Jasmine didn't waste any time. She stood up, her heels clicking against the hardwood floor as she approached him. Who's Megan? She demanded, holding up his phone. Gino's face turned pale. Jasmine, it's not what you think. Don't lie to me, Gino. Jasmine interrupted, her voice rising. I saw the texts. You've been talking to her for weeks. You've been seeing her. Gino sighed, running a hand through his thinning hair. Okay, fine. I've been talking to her. But it's not serious, I swear. She's just a friend. Jasmine wasn't buying it. A friend? You expect me to believe that? You've been sneaking around behind my back, and now you're trying to gaslight me? No, Gino. I'm not stupid. The next day, Jasmine decided to take matters into her own hands. She had managed to track down Megan's Instagram profile and discovered that she lived just a few towns over. Without hesitation, Jasmine hopped in her car and drove to Megan's house, determined to get answers. When she arrived, Megan was in the middle of watering her plants. She looked up in surprise as Jasmine stormed up the driveway. Are you Megan? Jasmine asked, her tone sharp. Megan nodded, clearly taken aback. Yes. Can I help you? I'm Jasmine, Gino's wife, Jasmine said, emphasizing the last word. And I think we need to talk. Megan's eyes widened. Oh, I didn't know he was married. Jasmine crossed her arms. Well, now you do. So tell me, what's going on between you and my husband? Megan hesitated, clearly uncomfortable. Look, I didn't mean to get involved in anything messy. Gino told me he was single. We've only been on a few dates. A few dates? Jasmine interrupted, her voice rising. So you're admitting that you've been seeing him? I didn't know he was married, Megan repeated, her voice tinged with frustration. If I had known, I never would have gotten involved with him. Jasmine studied Megan's face, searching for any sign of deceit. To her surprise, Megan seemed genuine. But that didn't make the situation any less painful. You need to stay away from him, Jasmine said firmly. He's my husband, and we're trying to work things out. I don't need you complicating things. Megan nodded. I understand. I'll cut things off with him. I don't want to be a part of this drama. Back at home, Jasmine confronted Gino once again. This time, she had evidence, a recording of her conversation with Megan. She played it for him, watching as his face turned red with embarrassment. So, what do you have to say for yourself now? Jasmine asked, crossing her arms. Gino sighed, slumping into the couch. I messed up, okay? I didn't mean for things to get this far. I was just lonely. Lonely? Jasmine repeated, her voice dripping with sarcasm. You're married, Gino. If you were lonely, you should have talked to me. Instead, you went behind my back and started seeing someone else. I know, Gino said, his voice tinged with regret. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I never meant to hurt you. Jasmine shook her head, tears welling up in her eyes. You don't get it, do you? You've broken my trust, Gino. And I don't know if I can ever forgive you. The room fell silent as the weight of Jasmine's words hung in the air. Gino looked down at his hands, clearly at a loss for words. Jasmine, on the other hand, was already mentally preparing herself for the next steps. The aftermath. In the days that followed, Jasmine and Gino's relationship was put to the ultimate test. Jasmine struggled to come to terms with Gino's betrayal, while Gino desperately tried to make amends. But the damage had been done, and it was clear that their relationship would never be the same. I don't know if we can come back from this, Jasmine admitted in her confessional. But I'm not going to let Gino walk all over me. I deserve better than this. As for Megan, she kept her promise and cut ties with Gino. She even reached out to Jasmine to apologize once again, which Jasmine appreciated. But the experience had left a lasting impact on all three of them. In the end, the episode served as a stark reminder of the importance of communication and trust in a relationship. Jasmine's fiery confrontation with Megan showcased her strength and determination, while Gino's actions highlighted the consequences of taking someone for granted. As the credits rolled, viewers were left wondering, would Jasmine and Gino be able to rebuild their relationship? Or was this the beginning of the end for them? Only time would tell. But one thing was for sure, Jasmine wasn't going down without a fight. And in the world of 90 Day, happily ever after, that's what made her a fan favorite.